Hey, welcome back. We found this radiator out in the mountains.
Actually, we didn't, but you're probably wondering why we're on a mountain and what has brought us to this moment in life.
Indeed. The Volkswagen Baja Bug went pretty good up until we tried to take it off-road, which is a short clip of us just completely destroying a radiator in it.
Yes, our literally off-road for 3 minutes and we blew the radiator up.
Yeah, it was a long 3 minutes though.
It was. So that's why we're here. So today, radiator install, put some lights on the car.
We're gonna fix that annoying noise in the cluster. The one that's constantly telling you that something's wrong even though we don't care what's wrong with it.
Welcome to the adventure. This is Great Basin Garage.
We're 10 minutes into this car, and we're already having tool problems.
Well, it's German.
I'm gonna keep looking. Yeah, I'll keep looking.
That's how that works.
Okay, wait, stop.
Oh, that's too tight.
Stop. Stop.
Oh my God! It's
Coming down. So, we gotta take the radio out of this car. I've never done it. Have you?
I have never done a Beetle radiator.
Right. It looks tough. There's, the whole car is in the way,
It's
actually.
like, it looks just like a French bulldog right now, just a
It
snub
does,
nose, you know?
Stubby. So I'm thinking that,
Big hammer.
I read online that there's this idea called service position. And it has to do with taking like that and that away from the red part, and you kind of go, and then it gives you more access.
You know what? You need a 1/4-inch socket with the thing that
We're 10 minutes into this car, and we're already having tool problems.
Well, it's German.
I'm gonna keep looking. Yeah, I'll keep looking.
That's how that works.
When you take the fans out, not using these bolts,
Nope.
but using the outer bolts, because you want to take the whole housing, not individual fans. We need a drain pan, it's leaking.
Okay.
We're dripping.
All right.
It's a solid stream now, bro.
Okay, calm down.
It's just, I can't stop it. I can't, it's on my fingers. She's dripping.
This is all I could find. Here you go. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Service position achieved.
Oh, I dropped it.
Okay.
Okay, so then let me unbolt.
So we have the AC condenser right here, attached to the radiator. Now you have to be really careful when you're working on these because this system is charged, and I believe it's illegal to discharge into the atmosphere.
It is, so be careful.
So we are going to try not to do that. Thanks to our friends over at Nissan, they got us a budget-oriented radiator. By budget, I mean this bad boy was $65.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah, I'm not arguing it.
I believe this guy is our fan controller. That's why it's in the radiator versus an actual temperature sender, which typically is located in the motor. Do you have self-tappers?
Not here. Do you
Yeah.
have self-tappers?
Not here. Small problem.
We talked about this at my
figure it out.
shop.
We'll figure it out.
This was my problem at my shop.
Calm down.
You have some.
No fighting on set.
We talked about this.
We talked about this.
We did talk about it. You saw me buy self-tappers at work.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. You calm down.
I don't know what this means. It's just like frustration, but.
Don, come here. Okay, it's okay.
Okay. Right.
I've got these pieces here. This is the one, this guy is more correct than this guy here. As you can see, we have, this piece is normally supposed to be attached like so, because the radiator mount goes in this oval here. This one's completely apparently left on the mountain. So we're gonna encapsulate this, and I think we can take a piece of hose, maybe a small heater hose to create this guy here. And we'll put it inside here for some insulation. Probably close this off with some thin sheet metal. And we'll call it bananas, and the car will be on the road again. What I figure we'll do is we can slip this guy over the mount nub on the radiator carefully. And then, Don, where did the piece go?
Which piece? The broken one?
It's okay, I'll use this one, the other kind of broken one. So then it'll go like that and give us a cushion. There's still going to be some there's going to be some wibbly wobbly, but
that'll help out when we're going down the bounce route.
Because we do have 2 good mounts at the top, and these are just lower locating mounts anyways. Okay,
Perfect.
Murphy, the radiator, come on. We'll try to encapsulate this guy so they can't come out that way. Give it a little bit of strength. So we'll lock that in. Kind of how this one is fully encapsulated right there.
We're gonna bend it, drill a hole in it, cut it. Where's my cutting tool?
I have what you need.
See that? Look how quick that was.
I've got tin snips.
This is gonna work great.
That's true.
10 snips. I'm not using 10 snips.
Oh.
We're good. I didn't cut myself.
This is heavier than I expected. You made it look so light.
I was just for the camera. I was like, hurry.
It's actually pretty heavy. Hold on.
Is this upside down? Are you upside down?
John, there's too many hands in a tiny space.
This is what it's like working with friends, remember from the last video?
Nope.
I watched the video.
I didn't say
I didn't know he had a whole standalone 5 minutes with the camera. Just wait till mine comes up.
Okay, wait, stop.
Oh, that's too tight.
Stop.
So there's a lot of pros and cons about working with your friends. One of the pros is you get to pet his French bulldog. I'm gonna hold my comments about the horn. I had many things about that. But when you're trying to keep them involved and doing the correct things on the vehicle, they're really good at interrupting with getting in your private time shop.
Are you talking about me?
So, no?
Okay, auxiliary pump is mounted. One of the things you want to be constantly checking when you're working on cooling system parts, radiator hoses and whatnot, especially on these cars where space is a limitation, is we have a lot of extra cooling lines with the auxiliary coolant pump and whatnot. You want to make sure when your assembly is done that your cooling fans are free from obstructions and that none of these hoses are maybe going to wiggle or fall accidentally and rub on the electric fans. So one thing that you'll notice is when you're working on cars, you'll see a lot of different color coolants, and they actually do that for a reason, to help consumers. Why, Don?
Color identification?
That's right, color identification. So when you look at it, you're like, oh, my Mercedes has some blue in it. My Volkswagen has some pink in it. My Ford has some, brown in it, because people keep mixing it. You can't buy brown coolant. Don, what's the point of using this versus just filling the bottle?
I could have been fine, but the point is that when the vehicle gets hot, because you have to run it, you don't want the air bubbles to push the coolant up, out, and overflow and create this big giant mess. So now that we have a funnel on top, it'll allow the bubbles to come up past the reservoir, bubble through here, and you're not blowing coolant everywhere. Unless we do it wrong and overheat it, then it'll just blow coolant everywhere. And it's gonna be fun to see if we do that.
But let's not.
Oh yeah, let's not
Yeah, let's not do that. So the other reason too is that by having the height up here, the problem is most heater cores are above the coolant fill marks on expansion tanks. And so when you're trying to fill without using a vacuum bleeder, the coolant level ends up down here, whereas your heater core is right here. And so it's hard to get the bubbles out of there. Clear?
Clear! Wow, big bubble! It's fun when it's clear because you get to see all the fun bubbles that happen. Basically, the water pump is going to be pushing coolant throughout the engine block Well, right now it's only going to push it through the engine block because the thermostat's closed. So now we got to warm it up to get the heat up in the coolant to open the thermostat, which is going to push more bubbles throughout the radiator, the heater core system, and we're out of coolant.
Don?
Yeah,
Remember that line you said we should change the O-ring on?
yeah.
It's leaking. Here's the radiator hose. Don said we should change the O-ring, and I poo-pooed that idea. And now I pay the price because it's leaking. Don, where's the O-rings at?
They were in the box. Where's the box at?
I'm going dumpster diving. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm gonna find it.
Okay.
I threw it away. I'll find it.
That's fine. I'm going to figure out how to collect the coolant we put in because we don't have any more.
Yeah, we gotta put that back in.
Okay. We just changed the O-ring like before. This is one of those moments where there's certain things you should do while you're doing a radiator, such as replacing those flat O-rings I had suggested earlier. But he's a chance taker, and that's fun in its own way. Oh, he's coming back. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I didn't find anything.
Found the baggie that was in the box.
You did find it.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna gently, forcibly move this back. Ah! It's too much. It was too forced.
This would have been so much easier when we had the radiator out of the car.
It's okay.
I'm regretting my decision earlier.
It's okay. At least it was only the lower one.
I think I'm just an optimist of like, it'll be fine, and then it's not.
Yeah. No, chance taker for sure.
What? John, how's the temperature of the car?
This is one of those cars that doesn't have a temperature gauge, but you can see this indicator right here. Don't worry about the other ones that are flashing. We'll talk about those at another time, but this particular one, when you first start the car, it'll be blue and steady, and that means that the engine's cold. And once the engine's warmed up, the light will shut off. So currently we're not overheating, and currently the reservoir is full. That's why the light stopped flashing.
So it's important that when you're refilling cooling systems, my buddy, that you want to make sure that you get the car fully warmed up. So you're filling the lower radiator hose, the upper radiator hose. You're also running the heater. Sometimes there's a heat control valve, so you want to have the heater running so that it helps circulate through the heater core. So a good indicator, seems out this car does not have a temperature gauge, is the heater blowing hot. That's a pretty good indicator that you're getting close to warmed up. Secondary indicator is both upper and lower radiator hoses are pretty hot to the touch. You're looking for, 180 plus degrees to really see if the cooling system is, circulating well, thermostat's opening, water pump's functioning, and the coolant level's full and free bubbles. We'll see.
I can't stand the beeping of this cluster when you're driving. So I'm gonna take out the audio speaker that's inside of here that makes those terrible noises. I mean, all the lights will still flash, but at least it's not telling you constantly as you're driving down the road that there's a problem with the car. I already know there's a problem with the car.
All right, ready to get this off?
Quick release, gentle.
Now we have coolant sitting right here.
So it has a stop plug for the funnel, but we also have all the coolant in the line, so we're trying to make not a mess. Okay. Oh, quicker. 1, 2, 3, go. That wasn't quick.
I tried. I really did. So the last couple things we're going to try is the back tires are rubbing a little tight. So I've got some different wheel spacers to try to create some clearance. And Don's working on the instrument cluster, but I just heard plastic snap. So you can see this is where our tire combination was currently rubbing. Everywhere else actually looks pretty good, but that's not good. So I'm going to try to clearance it and use a different tire size. See if that helps. You can see this is the first tire we tried. Here's the second tire we're trying. A little narrower. It's about 1/4 inch roughly shorter in diameter. Is that accurate? Shorter in diameter?
It's
Different
less
in
than
diameter. Yeah. I know geography. That's how it works.
This is the speaker of dismay.
I've actually
And I
never been
pulled
into
up
the
on it
back.
a little bit so that we can get it off because it took a lot of prying of gentleness
Look
to
at
get that up, and it just comes right up and out. I can't hear it now, so it's not a problem.
And we were going to try to get to the problem, but we just haven't gotten to them yet.
Oh,
But problem number one, make the instrument cluster stop talking.
all of these damn screws in. Just
This
so you
torque
know.
spec is brought to you by DBAB, Strength and Fitness. Also stands for Don't Be a Baby.
Oh my God!
Coming down! Alright, so you can see the shiny spot right there. That's where the tire was rubbing. Hey Don, go ahead and turn the wheel for me, sir. Oh. Yeah, this bulge is indicating that we still have a contact issue. Okay. It seems like these tires are too big. Hey, let me check the other side. We're done for today. We got the cluster quiet, put a radiator in, tried some different wheels. They didn't work, so we gotta try another set of wheels.
But the cluster works,
Cluster works.
and it has way less mounting and way less screws.
Yep.
So weight reduction,
For sure.
got that on point. We made the radiator mounts because the lower radiator mounts were blown out. So
True.
we got quite a few things done today.
Yeah, the dogs helped us today, so that was fun and exciting.
Always fun
Yeah.
with the dogs.
Make sure you guys comment, like our videos.
And subscribe. It always helps us out and trying to make more of this stuff. I mean, we're going to keep making more of this stuff, whether you like it or not. but-
Yeah, we just like to explore
So-
cars and our feelings with each other as we're working together.
Together.
Friendship, so
Yeah.
Thank
With
you.
all its pros and cons.
sure. See you guys next time. I've got more work to do to the car.
Yep. Smoothed out.
Yeah, it's good to go. This would have been so much easier when we had the radiator out of the car.
It's okay.
I'm regretting my decision earlier.
It's
too.
okay. At least it was only the lower one.
I think I'm just an optimist of like, it'll be fine, and then it's not.
Yeah. No, chance taker for sure.
What?